D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you every Sunday and I bring you three entertainment stories of the week that I find interesting, and then we chit-chat about them down below. You can find the articles, the link to every article in the section down below. So let's just get started. So first thing is that Ben Affleck is passing on the torch as Batman in the new Matt Reeves' The Batman movie. Now, from what we know from this exclusive that came out Wednesday by Deadline, is that the release date has been set for June 25th, 2021. Since before this, it hasn't been a DC movie hadn't been given a release date as from past 2020. There's still no title, but they have plenty of time to pick that title, considering the fact that Matt Reeves signed on in 2017. Now, Ben Affleck, like I said before, will not be in the film, but he has given his blessing by tweeting it that he is excited to see what Matt Reeves does. For this one, they're going for a younger Batman. This takes place before the Man of Steel and all that, from what I understand. It will also focus on Batman's detective skills, which can be tricky in movies like this. I mean, if you watch some movies or TV shows that kind of had this detective feel, I'm talking about Sherlock Holmes mostly the Robert Downey Jr. movies, but they do this thing where they have this, like, where they string you along, and at the end you're all like, well, I guess you figured it out, and everything. I always say the best part about a mystery is the fact that you get to play along with, and if you don't get to play along with in movies, it kind of sucks. It says it's also said that it will be a noir style. This kind of makes me go, a little bit, just because, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what he means by that. It will also feature plenty of his rogues gallery, and it's rumored to have 4 villains. Now, we've known that the Penguin will be one of those villains for a while, and it also is rumored that the Court of Owls will be another one, at least it was early on, and then so there's 2 more villains to take place. I'm not sure who they'll pick, personally. I kind of hope Catwoman's in there, but, you know, you never know who's going to be in there. She's kind of really like an anti-villain or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, so, they also said that casting will be very soon, and I'm very curious to who they will pick to be in this Batman movie as Batman. But one thing, he also said that he is not doing Batman Year One, even though it is one of his favorites. Of course, Batman Year One is one of his favorites. It's one of everybody's favorites because it's so good. Personally, I think that from this article, and you should really try to read it down below, it's a really good article, and I really do have faith in this movie. Now, moving on to my second story, James Gunn is in talks to direct Suicide Squad 2. Now, of course, nobody is really surprised that much about the fact that he is in talks to direct it, or at least I'm not surprised, because when he came on as the writer, a lot of people were all like, oh, he should direct and everything, so... as far as this story goes, I don't think that maybe this might not be the best choice to have him direct and write the sequel. Maybe just stick him to writing the sequel and kind of ease him back into the public eye after those offensive tweets. And if you don't remember those offensive tweets, he did tweet a lot of pedophilia jokes on Twitter from years and years and years ago, but a lot of people did take offense to that, and it led to Warner Brothers letting him go and not directing and writing Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So moving on to my last story of the day is... The Justice League was originally supposed to be a trilogy. Comic book fan, director, and writer Kevin Smith recently revealed on his podcast Fat Man on Batman the Zack Snyder's plans for a Justice League trilogy. Now, he said, originally, this trilogy, it was supposed to be, the first one was supposed to start things off with Steppenwolf, and then, towards the end, we see a boom tube open up, and Darkseid is in that boom tube, and Darkseid sees the Justice League, and the Justice League sees him, and the boom tube closes, and then that's the end of that movie. And then what that does is this led directly to a sequel in which, the Justice League would go to the planet Apocalypse, and the home of Darkseid, where they would meet with comic book characters such as the Green Lantern and the Green Lantern Corps. The Green Lantern, they didn't say specifically what Green Lantern it would be, but just a Green Lantern. And I should preface it also that Kevin Smith went to the Star Wars set and he had talked to some crew members while he did that. I will leave a link to that episode of his Fat Man on Batman in the description down below and here. Also, there's a scene that was at Comic-Con where Alfred is talking to someone and he's all like, he said you'd show up and everything, and a lot of people speculated that that would be Superman, but the crew members told Kevin Smith that it would be Green Lantern that showed up, which is very interesting. There was a Green Lantern in the movie in the flashback scenes, and that was always fun. Now, that second movie would have ended in the vein of Empire Strikes Back or Avengers Infinity War, where the Justice League are separated, divided, and defeated by Darkseid and his minions. And then Darkseid would come to Earth and take over. And then the third movie would have taken place on Earth in a post-apocalyptic world that we saw in Batman's vision, or dream sequence in Batman v Superman. And basically, at the end of number 2, Darkseid comes back to Earth, destroys everything. The Justice League comes back. They see it's all, taken over or whatnot, and they try to defeat Darkseid on Earth. Which this does sound interesting, but because the Justice League didn't do so well, because in all honesty it wasn't that great of a movie, and I personally don't think the Snyder Cut is going to make it any better. I am not one of these people that are like, release the Snyder Cut, because I just don't care. But, I mean, if they did, I'd watch it. But, I mean, other than that, I'm really not hankering for the Snyder Cut. So, tell me, what did you guys think about these 3 stories? How do you feel about Matt Reeves' the Batman movie? You guys, I can't stress enough, read that article. It's a really good article. And then also, how do you feel about James Gunn possibly directing the Suicide Squad sequel? And what do you guys think of this original idea for the Justice League trilogy? Are you pro it or are you against it? You can leave your comments in the section down below. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will check you guys next week on my week in review every Sunday, and I'll check you guys later. Bye! Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my week in review.